Welcome to a completely out of character video in my pillow fort. I'm your host, The Pillow. Anyway, I'm recording this because I think I might have finally fixed my audio problem in which my microphone sounds really low quality. Anyway, who gives a fuck? Normally wow, we're off to a great start. Fuck. Shit. Normally I test out recording my microphone by saying something stupid. And normally, for some reason, that seems to be the sentence, "The Skibbity Toilet movie has been cancelled. The Skibbity Toilet movie has been cancelled." See, that's really stupid, isn't it? Because, unfortunately, the word skibbity is actually a pretty good trigger word. It has a lot of sk and b. I don't know, there's certain letters that, sound pretty good when you say them. There's other words that might sound nice, like scribble. Is scribble good? Scribbling? Scribbly? I don't know. Skittish. Is that anything? Anyway. I wonder how many people stopped watching the moment the word skibbity came out my mouth. Here's the thing, I have a lot to say about almost any topic, and I feel as if I am fully capable of making, like, I don't know, a video essay along the lines of saying something like, a nuanced and non-biased look into skibbity toilets. Now that's the stupidest fucking title for a video you've ever heard, isn't it? And I feel like you would only ever hear of it because somebody would I'll keep the starters in, maybe someone likes it. Somebody would screenshot the thumbnail and post it on Twitter and say something like, bruh, who the fuck is gonna watch this shit? And that's a really good point, because who the fuck actually wants to watch a video that's like an hour long about a skibbity toilet? But the thing is, it's not that I like skibbity toilet. Don't even think I'm that level of fucking stupid. I know I like some childish things, like, I like Ben 10, and I try to act more mature about it by, like, for example, I have a shelf behind me in real life that, it's filled with Ben 10 toys, but because I'm an adult, I like to say they're figures instead of toys, because it makes me sound a bit more sophisticated, even though I'm talking about Ben 10 plastic toys that have chipped paint, because they are probably second-hand toys that a kid played with over a decade ago, which I think is a little bit, like, charming. I don't know, there's something honest about the fact that they are just all scuffy and kind of scrapey. I have a wild mutt that's like missing his lower jaw. I think he might be missing a leg as well, which is fine. I don't really care about wild mutt, but I mean, it kind of reminds me about how there's a brand that I've been getting a lot of ads for on Instagram called Dr. Squatch. They make healthcare products. I don't know if healthcare products is the right word, but hygiene products, like bars of soap, but they want to sound cool and sophisticated, so they don't call them soap bars. They'll go, "No, from Dr. Squatch is these cologne bars that smell like a fucking tree." They'll give it some really vague name, like Alabama Waterfall, or some shit, or like, Deep Pine. What the fuck is that? You're talking shit, mate. But what was I talking about? Oh yeah, they won't call them soap bars. They'll call them cologne bars because they need to sound cool. Or they won't call them soap bars. They'll call them soap bricks, because men love bricks, don't they? You know, men and their fucking bricks. You go up to a man and they're just like, "Oh, I love bricks. I love building things with bricks. I love brown bricks in Minecraft," except in real life, because Minecraft's a baby game, and I'm a man, a big fucking buff man who likes manly things. This isn't a dig on men, by the way. I love men. You have no idea how I feel about Meowdus from Fortnite, dude. Holy shit. But, like, it's more a dig on, like, the trying to sound sophisticated. Kind of like saying, when you listen to music and you call it a track instead of a song. Dude, I have this awesome track I want to show you. It is called Sigma Boy. There's actually a song called Sigma Boy, by the way, if you haven't heard it, it's shit. It's by this, like, I think they're a Russian singing duo, two little girls. They also made a song called Simple Dimple Pop It Squeeze, and it's one of the actual worst fucking songs I've ever heard in my life. Like, oh my god, it is exceptionally bad. Like, I know there's a lot of infamously really, really bad songs, like, Stupid Ho by Nicki Minaj, but that song I think was intended to be shit, and it was like a diss track on someone. I don't know, I don't like Nicki Minaj, she's weird, but, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Skibbity Toilet. How unfortunate that I was talking about that. Anyway, to unfortunately get back to that, because you chose to listen to me, unless you're falling asleep because what I'm saying is boring, in which case, suffering from success over here? Oh yeah, I think that the response that something like Skibbity Toilet has been given is very indicative of a problem that I've seen on the internet that has repeated itself over and over and over again, and that problem is misguided hatred. When Minecraft came out, it was a big thing, which, if you don't live under a fucking rock, you probably know that, but, it, it... What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I talking about? This is like a nervous kind of stutter, by the way. I'm not normally like this. This is kind of just because, like, I'm on a roll here with how I'm talking, and I'm like, I gotta keep it going. Maybe I should talk a little bit quieter. I was meant to practice softer whispering because I'm not very good at soft whispering. Skippity. Sorry. But when Minecraft came out, it inspired a lot of rip-offs, and people would blame Minecraft for that. And I think that was a very misplaced kind of hatred, because why the fuck is it Minecraft's fault that a bunch of people want to rip it off? That's not fair. Same with Amnesia The Dark Descent. That game is very good in my opinion. I love Amnesia The Dark Descent. But when it came out, a lot of people were like, oh, PewDiePie will play this game, and he screams because YouTubers shit their fucking britches over like a malformed, like a Dobby going boogity boogity boo, I'm gonna fucking touch you. People would blame the base game itself. Like, to this day I've seen people say that Amnesia The Dark Descent is nothing more than YouTuber bait. Like, it's just, oh, look how many jump scares I have. Yeah, that's because you've only seen the custom campaigns, you fucking Nimrod. But people would blame Amnesia for this, and then afterwards a bunch of mediocre indie horror game devs came out of the woodwork to make shitty fucking games that are nothing but just walking down a hallway, and then, like, the fucking scary ghoul appears, and then they start chasing you, and all you do is run away in one direction, which is, I'm gonna be honest with you, I fucking hate people who are survival horror elitists that think that survival horror is only ever good if you have a gun. Please shut the fuck up. But anyway, what was I talking about? Amnesia. Yeah, Amnesia The Dark Descent. People would blame Amnesia for people taking inspiration from the wrong things. Flanderization. Please look into it. I'm not explaining it. It's my least favorite thing in the fucking world. But, where was I going with this? Oh yeah. People often blame Skibbity Toilet as being nothing but pure fucking brain rot. Growing up as kids, we would watch very similar things. Like, I very, very much grew up with Kitty 0706. Kitty 0706 is the person who made, Team Fabulous 2. Rest in peace. Genuinely fucking changed my life for the better. I was a big fan of Elliot Goes to School, which was another series that he made. I actually didn't realise how much of my sense of humour and how many bits of my vocabulary came from Elliot Goes to School. It's a very, 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 very funny series in my opinion. It's very unfortunate that it kind of ended on, like, a tease that it would return in the future. people would make in a game like Garry's Mod or Source Filmmaker. You might have watched Anonymous when you grew up, and you could have seen Swiggity Swag, which I know was really popular. That wasn't by Anonymous. I did actually forget, however, when I grew up, that video is obscenely fucking racist, because it starts with a song called Swiggity Swag, which is a song that primarily consists of heavy usage of the N-word and racial stereotypes. I want to point out that I do not support racism, which is a bold fucking statement, I know. Fucking big props to me. Guess what? Murder is bad, pedophiles are bad, consent is fucking awesome. Yeah, big fucking bold statements, whatever. I hate calling content videos. We had to watch similar videos as kids, and I know that nowadays we can call it brain rot content, but back then we called them random fucking videos, okay? And it wasn't really that big of a problem, I feel. It formed our sense of humour in a silly, nonsensical way. Skibbity Toilet, in my opinion, is no different from that, but people will blame Skibbity Toilet for being brain rot, which is a term that I begin to really fucking hate. Do you know how many times I have been told, oh dude, I watch the most schizophrenic brain rot content, and then what they're talking about is like, I don't know, the fucking Russian badger. Dude, that's the most like tame shit I've ever fucking seen. Like, I've had white bread that's more schizophrenic brain rot than that, which, by the way, I kind of am starting to really hate the term schizophrenic brain rot. I don't know. I'm not schizophrenic, so I can't talk on it, but I do feel as if there would be some schizophrenic people upset by it. I really don't have a place to say, because I'm not schizophrenic. I think it's complicated, but, maybe I'll go back to this voice, because my whispering voice is kind of tired. What was I talking about? I've lost track a lot, I do that, sorry. I'm not sorry, actually, because you're the one who decided to listen to me. Anyway, content mills are what I think the real problem is. Skibbity Toilet was not something that people complained about until all of a sudden you go to Roblox and you see a thing like, escape Skibbity pregnant obby or whatever the fuck, or you go to YouTube and it's like, some random fucking shit to do with Skibbity Toilet, or there's like a dancing camera head woman who like has massive tits, and I'm like, that's not for kids, dude. Please stop that. Content mills are what I think the problem is. But people look at what the content mills are of and they go, oh, that's the problem. I've seen people say that Digital Circus is brain rot, schizophrenic, slop, whatever. I hate these current terms, by the way. I hate the term slop. I hate the term brain rot. I hate the term schizophrenic in the way that it's currently used. A lot of internet lingo is really annoying to me, because it's very often misplaced and put in the wrong fucking usage. A lot of things are that way. I feel like a lot of feelings and hatred is misplaced. Don't even get me started on when people say the word soulless, because I take soulless allegations very seriously, especially when it comes to art. I very often see this accusation directed towards mascot horror, which I have a lot of things to say about, but I really feel like a big thing I've noticed with horror is that people don't take it seriously, and I mean that as in creators and audiences. People don't take horror seriously enough. I am a big fan of horror, and I feel like every time I say that, I sound like a fucking child, and I really, really hate being perceived as childish. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's why I'm so often insecure about the fact that I like things like Ben 10. I have so many friends who are off playing more mature games like fucking Helldivers 2, and I'm like, live service first person shooter game, which I'm a hypocrite because it's not a first person shooter game, but like, I don't know, so many games that are like the big fucking thing the big online shooter games that are very often PvP, or even if they're PvE, they're live service shooter games like Tripeng 2. I don't know where the fuck that game came from, but it's another one of those things where I'm like, I never heard of the first one, but the second one blew up. Helldivers 2, Payday 2, Warframe, or anything with war in the title, War Thunder, anything to do with Warhammer. I can't relate. There's never been a time that any of these things have actually interested me enough to try them, and yet I'm here on PS2 games, and I feel like I'm fucking 1 year old compared to all my friends, who probably think, oh yeah, she's cool and all, but like, she likes baby things, and I'm like, I like Dark Souls. Is that adult enough for you? I don't know. I have a really big complex of really, really not wanting to be infantilized, and I get paranoid that everybody I know sees me as a fucking baby. Which is really dumb. I'm a very paranoid person, but that's enough venting. I was talking about something and I got sidetracked again. What was I talking about? I actually have completely forgotten. I don't want to go back to Skibbity Toilet because that was a really, really long process to me basically just saying that I think people should complain about content mills a bit more than Skibbity Toilet itself. This doesn't mean that you have to like Skibbity Toilet. I don't like Skibbity Toilet because I'm not stupid. This is really counterproductive to the argument I was just making. Was it the argument I was just making? I don't know. Be free, be cringe, like things that are a bit childish. I don't give a fuck. You should indulge in those kinds of things. I really have forgotten completely what I was talking about. And I think I was building up to a point I was making. Oh yeah, that was it. Horror not being taken seriously. I feel like people will perceive me as just like, oh yeah, I think that Garten of Banban is unironic peak. I think that Poppy Playtime is the peak of fiction. And I want to say that my opinions on even Garten of Banban and Poppy Playtime are nuanced. I don't think they're perfect, but I don't just outright hate them, because I hate the fact that people will look at any piece of horror media and go, it's mascot horror, therefore soulish, childish, slop, and I'm like, as an artist, I can't stand for that. I really don't like when there is an artistic vision behind something, and it's completely disregarded because of the overall package. This is where I say that my opinion on Garten of Banban is a nuanced thing. Because I actually took the time to play the games. I haven't played all of them. I didn't play chapter, I think it was 7. The last one I played was the one with the Jester. And I haven't played 0 yet. But there are times when playing Garten of Banban that I actually saw things that were unique, and I don't think that Banban is something that can be entirely written off as just shit. But the thing is, Banban is shit. It is complete dog shit. Don't look at me and tell me that Garten of Banban is good, because it isn't. But it has things that are interesting. For example, I remember that there was a puzzle in, I think, chapter 2, where there is a medical bay filled with a bunch of these, like, repetitive creatures that are called Captain Fiddles. I promise I'm going somewhere with this. Please don't stop listening to me because I said the name Captain Fiddles. But there is a part of this puzzle where you have to take a syringe and extract a chemical from these monsters that are just kind of lying around. One of them is alive, and you see it in the form of, like, it has a window, and there's just a big eyeball peering out of that window, and out of the door frame where you'd go in is a huge arm extending out, and you have to damage the monster's eyeball so that its arm will cover its eye in pain, and then you can take the needle and extract the stuff out of its arm safely. If not, then its arm will grab you and it will kill you. Now, on paper, I think the idea of a giant monster sticking its arm and eyeball out of a chamber and you have to extract fluid from it by hitting its eyeball and making it like distracted from attacking you, that is a really, really cool idea on paper. However, a problem with that is that you're seeing it through the garden of Banban codes of paint, which is 10 million fucking billion Joe Biden numbers fucking 700 million billion quarter of a million trillion fucking polygons and very shit character designs. Like, I feel as if designing a Banban character takes about 3 fucking seconds because they really aren't that special. I do feel as if people do rag on Mascot Horror's character designs to an excessive degree. For example, I got into a conversation a while ago with one of my friend's partners. She's called Gooey. She's actually very nice. I just wanted to point out that her name is Gooey because I think the name Gooey is kind of funny. But, oh, I heard a bit of American in my voice there, that's a problem. Oh, I heard it again. Oh, I heard it again. Again. I'm British. Why so Steeler? Taking the piss. Anyway, that was cringe. No it wasn't. Fuck. SIDETRACKED here. How long have I been talking? This is nearly half an hour long. I'm gonna wrap this up. We were talking about Poppy Playtime, and the idea that it was soulless came up. And one of the main things was the design of Huggy Wuggy being too simplistic. And I don't think that Huggy Wuggy's design is that bad. The conclusion that I came to was that not every mascot horror design has to be super complicated, because it's very clear to me that Huggy Wuggy's design is supposed to be replicating something like Elmo. And everyone's like, oh, it's just one colour with like a tie. And like, yeah, Elmo, he's like one fucking colour and he has like a yellow nose. His design has about as much fucking design as Huggy fucking Wuggy. Now, please take me seriously here for a moment. I feel as if mascot horror is a genre not taken seriously by creators either, because mascot horror is never really seen very much as we can use the theme of childhood innocence being ruined, beyond the idea of just, whoa guys, what if Chuck E. Cheese wanted to fucking kill you? Okay, can you do something else with that? I would personally love a mascot horror that has nothing paranormal in it, and it's just about a madman making some fucking machines. Walt Disney himself was fucking insane, and near the end of his life, he became very, very fixated on animatronics and machines. And he had some insane ideas, like he wanted to build an entire city underneath Disneyland that people could live in, and he would have control over everything in it. Something along those lines. That may be slightly inaccurate, I'm sorry. But, that's fucking nuts. Like, there is some insane fucking shit that real life people have done that goes beyond what even mascot horror games have done. And I think that something cool could be done with that. I want a mascot horror where a innovator, a machinist, has designed some cartoon characters, and they take off their fucking heads, and they show all of their ugly robot insides, and they want to fucking kill you because they're programmed to. Because to me, machines are fucking scary as hell, because they don't have a concept of discomfort. They're fucking awful. I am scared fuckless of machines. Can we get a mascot horror game that is just a guy making fucked up machines? And I'm not taking Five Nights at Freddy's because I don't like Five Nights at Freddy's that much anymore. It's dog shit. Again, a nuanced opinion that I've just flattened down to being shit. But I feel like mascot horror could not only be taken more seriously by an audience, but also taken more seriously by its creators to make something more than just, guys, what if Tickle Me Elmo was actually skin you alive, Elmo. Isn't that scary? Yes, cool, whatever. Do something more with it. Tell me a story. Because horror in general is not taken seriously by any creator outside of mascot horror either. Because horror is so often a one-stop fucking thing where you go in, you get some fucking screamers. Because, by the way, big difference between jump scares and screamers. Screamers are the problem, not jump scares. Learn the difference. I would talk about it more, but I want to wrap this up. My voice is tired. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to this topic another time if anybody actually gives a fuck to hear more about what I'm saying. I started this talking about Skibbity Toilet, and then I talked about mascot horror, and I'm here complaining about the fact that I feel like I'm too childish sometimes, but I don't know. If you're able to listen to this and accept the fact that I'm in my fucking early 20s, thank you for being sincere and kind to me when you listen to me, because I promise you I like mature things. I promise you I act like an adult, and I'm just really insecure. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this completely out of character rambling video in which you lay down on top of me. Hi, I'm a big plushie right now. This isn't a character I'm going to use at any point. This is just a random avatar that I found. It's really nice. It's very cute. I think it's very cuddly. You should give me a cuddle. You're very nice. You should brush your teeth. This is a targeted statement. Hi, Dapper. I know you're probably listening to this. Brush your fucking teeth. I don't mean that as in, like, fuck you, go brush your teeth. I mean that as in, like, go and brush your teeth, but I just said fucking because I swear a lot. Hey Jasmine, you should go and get the medicine that you were supposed to be getting. Sorry, I'm making a bunch of targeted statements now. When's the last time you washed your ass in the shower? You should do that. Let's make some more targeted statements. Hi Tarkua, you should eat peanut butter, because I know you haven't. Hey Kim, if you're watching this, how the fuck did you find this channel? You commented on one of my videos and you scared the fuck out of me. Not that I'm against it, but like, I also don't think you're the kind of person who wants to listen to furry ASMR or ASMR in general, but hi Kim, if you're listening to this, what the fuck? Hey Mikey, you're a nerd. Take that, Four Eyes. Oh, who's the fucking binoclard of the week? That's right, it's you, bitch. Fuck you. You're my friend, and I love you as my friend. I just wanted to balance out the mean things that I said by being nice. Hey Jasmine, I love you. I really regret that my first video was just out of character, because the model that I used is a character, not me. That's not my persona. I'll have a model of my persona eventually. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up before I keep talking. Bye bye.